Hi folks, quick topic today. We're going to talk a little bit about balance. So, when you're running, you're essentially at any given point in time only on one leg. Running more than anything is a series of single leg hops, or maybe skips is a better way to describe that, because you rarely have both feet touching at the same time. In fact, if you're in a 4-hour marathon, you probably have to catch your balance, if you will, about 42,000 times. So having really good balance is a big deal, because if you don't have good balance, you're going to be wasting energy, shifting all over. It's bad on the body, could lead to injury as you have the tremor. So balance, balance, balance. So here's some things that you can try. You can try them right now while you're watching this video if you want, I guess, depending upon what you're doing. One is doing some balance, obviously, 1 foot at a time, barefoot. Also try it with running shoes on. So the reason I say barefoot and with running shoes is you've got something called proprioception. It's your ability to feel, for the senses to help with your balance. Most people are going to find that when you balance barefoot, it's easier than when you have running shoes. Of course, unless you're a barefoot runner, you're going to have running shoes on. That's one of the reasons that I like to wear as little shoe as possible, so you get a little bit better feel. But whatever, you need to be good at balancing whatever shoe you're going to wear. And then the other thing to try is doing that balance, either barefoot or with the running shoes on, with your eyes closed. It's significantly harder, but the reason I suggest trying that is that the amount of time that your body has to stabilize when you're running is faster than sight. We usually balance using our sight. We stare at something off in the distance to kind of hold and keep our balance, but you've actually got to have good enough balance that you can do it without sight for a short period of time, because that's what your body has to do while you're running. So another thing that you can take a look at is, where was your foot? So chances are that when you were doing your balance, your foot was underneath your center of mass, also called center of gravity. For guys, it's right around the navel. For women, it's a little bit higher. But basically, your foot was underneath your body. Why? Stand up again, put your foot out in front of your body and try and balance, and you can't do that without leaning over. So that's why you got to have that short stride when you run. You want your foot landing underneath your center of mass. Your entire body has a bit of a lean forward. That's what allows your foot to get under the center of mass and still move forward. If you're overstriding, the only way you can really do that is to lean from the waist, which is bad running form, to try and maintain some semblance of balance. So running should be that very close stride to the front of your body, under your center of mass, and just driving that forward. Okay, so you're sold. Balance is important. What do I do about it? Well, practice is the biggest thing. And there's all kinds of opportunities that you have that you can practice when you're doing your balance. Pretty much anytime I'm standing someplace, I'll practice balance for a little bit. I have an Airex pad. It's like a little foam pad that makes it a little bit more unstable of a surface. I will many times brush my teeth at night while doing single leg balance stuff. So rather than carving out time to work on it, I try and do some balance stuff anytime I can. When you're doing strength work, try and do as much single leg stuff as you possibly can. So for example, maybe you're doing Roman deadlifts. Well, do single leg Roman deadlifts. The more you can isolate it, the better, because when you're using both feet, it's a heck of a lot easier to balance. So try and do some single leg work. Yoga is very good for balance. And then finally, plyometrics can be really good for balance, especially if you're doing things like stepping off the box and sticking on one foot. That's very similar to running, although the height might be a little bit higher, but plyometrics can also help. I'm sure there's a number of other things, but the bottom line is, if you have better balance, it should equal better running.